full of black and white.
Brace for the change, brace for the rage, brace for the wave. I've been going through it. Y'all know the pain, driving insane, deep in your veins. Y'all know how I prove it. Steer through the lanes, gripping the grain. Miles an hour, yeah, miles of fluid. Mask on, asking, why should I do it? Because no one is moving. I came from the swamp, the mud. Algorithm told me I was the plug. Fear for the fiend, you know what I mean. I've been through all of the lesson and hugs, and that is because I've betting all hope will enter here. So listen clear, I made your dreams. Fireflies don't disappear.
Everywhere. And then every once in a while, it would be.
What's up, everybody? Thank you all so much for joining us for this episode of Fireflies Forever. And as always, I am happy to be joined by my good friend Chris. How you doing this week, Chris?
Doing good. About yourself?
Doing good, man. Doing good. We have a lot to talk about, as we always do.
Yeah.
Really
Before we get to that, though, if everybody doesn't know, today is Jeff's birthday. So everybody make sure and wish Jeff happy birthday in the chat.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah,
You need to play yourself the birthday song.
all right, I guess, I'm always doing it for other people.
You're not excluded.
Yes, I play it for myself, so here we go. Oh, I'm going to get flagged for that one, so let me not play that one. Let me play this one. All right. Happy birthday to me, I guess. Thank you. Thank you, Clown. I appreciate it, Chris, man. I do. Yeah, man, I won't get into all of it, but I'll just say that the last chapter of life was a very difficult one. I am praying that this next chapter begins to look up and be a little bit different than the previous couple chapters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thankful. I'm grateful to have another year to get a chance to do it again. And I appreciate the love and appreciate the happy birthdays. It means a lot. So yeah, I
Fresh start for everybody.
That's right, man. That's right. That's right. So before we get into everything that we're going to talk about this evening, I just want to briefly go over our schedule, and then we will get into everything. So first, we'll be back on Thursday for TNA. TNA is really heating up right now. So, wow. I mean, we're a couple weeks out from the debut on AMC. So if you haven't gotten on board just yet, and you're like, man, I don't want to pay for TNA Plus, and I can't even find Access TV, just hold on a couple more weeks, and join us for our watch-alongs. We have a lot of fun over there.
Oh yeah, I'm expecting big things from the AMC debut. I think it's going to be really good. And I just saw something the other day too that they confirmed that the partnership between WWE and TNA is going to continue through at least 2028. So
right. So for those who were saying that it's over. No, it's not. So yeah, come join us. Come join us for that on Thursday. Should be a lot of fun. And then I also wanted to share this too. This month we will be debuting a couple new shows. The top 10 show, not necessarily new, but we're bringing it back. That'll be a lot of fun. And I can tell you that at some point during our top 10 countdown, there will be a Bray Wyatt themed top 10.
Nice.
So definitely stay tuned for that one. And then I'm really excited about the Wrestling Roundtable streams, because I think it's a good opportunity for folks who have differing opinions, who don't necessarily watch the same things, to talk about different topics in wrestling. So check us out for that. That should be a lot of fun. Don't miss that. Don't
Yeah,
miss.
I miss the days of being able to talk about wrestling and have differing views and not have it turn ugly.
Exactly.
It does on social media.
Exactly. So yeah, JC, talking about JCW in the chat. Yeah, I don't know how many people have gotten a chance to watch JCW, but if you get a chance, it's some pretty good stuff. And they've been really heating up lately too. So yeah, check it out if you can, because there's been a lot of momentum behind JCW. So and ICP is behind that, and I think they've got Vince Russo on board. Well, I know for a fact they have Vince Russo on board. I've seen them. So yeah, if you get a chance, check it out. It's different, but it's a lot of fun. So check it out. I actually did a story on JCW for WrestleSphere for Dom's Public.
Okay.
So it was really cool being able to talk to them and talk to Violent J, and talk about all their passion and for wrestling and when it started and all that good stuff and how they got into the business. So it's really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. And I know Clown is MDK Fight Club is coming to the Collective this year. I don't know how many people get a chance to check out the Collective on what is it called? Not Fight TV anymore, but Triller. But it's WrestleMania weekend, and it's a bunch of independent shows. And Chris, it's just like a ton of shows in a package.
Oh wow!
And dude, it's just great. There have been years where I've watched the Collective and I haven't watched anything Mania.
Wow.
Years past. Because there's just so much good stuff on it. You can't possibly watch it all in one sitting. You have to watch it, at different times, which is cool. So so yeah, if anybody ever gets a chance to check it out, check it out. But as we always do, as we kick off every episode, we start with memories, and I know Chris has one that he wants to share with us this week. So Chris, you set this up, and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Yeah, given it's our first show of the new year, I found just a couple of short little video clips of some memories from past New Year's Eves at our house, and especially one of them here of Jodie wishing everyone a Happy New Year. So I thought everyone would like to see that.
And I did put these together, Chris. All right, here we go.
Happy New Year! 2, 1. Oh, yay! Wow!
Man, thank you for sharing those.
Yeah, I figured everyone would like. It's always nice to hear her voice again.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for sharing those, man. So as it turns out, this week as we get into artwork, we have two friends of the channel, two friends of the show, that we're highlighting this week in terms of artwork, both extremely talented. And our first friend, I got to get used to calling her Nicole Barnes.
Yeah.
I typed up the credit and I was like, wait, that's not right.
Yeah.
So, but here's Nicole's, and you'll see her social media handles there. I'm trying to do this a little bit differently so folks can see where they can follow these artists. But first up is this piece by Nicole, and I know, Chris, you took pictures of the different elements of it, but I just wanted to show the first piece.
Yeah, she actually posted it that way. It's
okay.
Cool to see that because there's so much here. Like it's not. She actually will show her in a second. She zoomed in on each of the characters to really see what's going on with each of them. It's such a cool picture.
It really is, man. Like this is so amazing.
I love Casey with the art
Yeah.
shirt. That's awesome.
And the face he has is just
Yeah.
This is cool.
Throwing with the axe.
Yeah. Howdy with that laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta have the holly on there.
Yeah, the holly berries on the lantern. Of course, it's the season.
Yeah. And of course,
They're doing some art.
yeah, man. This is really cool.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Yeah, but great work by Nicole as always. Nicole Barnes. And go follow her on Instagram, X, and Threads at Art by Feluca. So
And she just posted a new piece I saw this afternoon that we'll have to show off next week. That is even more amazing. It's
wow,
unbelievable. Blew my mind.
wow. Well, we will definitely take a look at that one next week for sure. And next up, we're going to be talking about Brittany Kay, and this is not wrestling related, but it's just awesome. So I wanted to share it.
Wow.
But
Very realistic Pennywise.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And you'll see down there where you can follow Brittany on Instagram and X. But yeah, this is so realistic, so well done. This next one,
Oh, wow.
I hope she sent this to JoJo.
Yeah. I'm sure she did.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Clown said sick Pennywise. I agree.
Mhm.
That is a sick Pennywise. And then we got Howdy.
Oh, wow. That's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff there. So definitely go follow Brittany and Nicole, both great artists, friends of the channel, family of the channel. So definitely go check them out and see all of their artwork. They're both amazing. So
Yeah.
go check them out. All right, Chris, well, we're going to get into some topics and reaction. And you sent over a post. And I want you to go through this if you don't mind. And then we're going to talk. Then we're going to go back almost 3 years ago, which when we talked about this earlier, I was in shock that it'd been that long. But yeah, if you don't mind setting up this post.
Yeah, so yeah, we missed out on being able to talk about this last week, but yeah, the December 26th was the 5-year anniversary since Brody Lee passed. And so this is just a post from obviously Eric Rowan, one of his best friends, just remembering him and how good a man he was and everything. And yeah, man, it's just I can't believe it's been 5 years since we lost Brody. It's crazy. It does not feel like that long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. It does not feel. It's the crazy thing about grief, right? Is that some days it feels like it's been 5 minutes, and then other days it feels like it's been 5 decades.
Yeah,
and that's
it distorts time in a way that you can't even explain.
Yeah, like it's crazy because I like, not to bring things down, but I mean we are talking about grief and Rowan's post, but like my mom passed 20 years ago. This year will be 21 years. And there are times where I can remember down to the smell in the room when I got the phone call.
Yeah.
And then there are times when it's like I'm sitting back and I'm thinking about memories, or I'm looking through pictures and everything, and I feel like it's so long that I feel like her voice has faded in some ways. And I know if you've been, people in the chat, I know if you've been through it, if you've been through grief, if you're dealing with it, you know exactly what I mean. And it's one of those things about grief, man. Like you said, it distorts time.
Yeah,
It really does. And I think collectively, which kind of brings us to the next thing that we're going to talk about, is this match. January 28th, 2023 was the Pitch Black match. And Chris, I know you said you wanted to talk about this, so I have you set this up. I got a couple pictures, but
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just scrolling on YouTube yesterday, and I followed WWE's the WWE Vault YouTube channel. They're just constantly uploading, different matches and stuff from the past and random stuff all the time. And just yesterday, they uploaded this match, and a lot of times they do that, on around anniversary dates of certain matches and stuff like that. And they put this match up. I'm like, I'm gonna watch that match. I haven't seen that match probably since it happened. And just wanted to relive that, being Bray's last match and everything. And I've heard a lot of people talk about how terrible this match was, but I went into it, with a different outlook. Looking back now, seeing it in the past, and this being Bray's last match and everything, and I actually really enjoyed it. And I get people's criticism of it and stuff, but looking back on it, so I had some thoughts on it. Which is why I wanted to talk about it. This match really reminded me. I saw a lot of similarities in it, and watching it again, to Bray's first match as the Fiend against Finn Balor. It was, I saw similar. It was a short match like that where Bray, for the most part, dominated it a lot and things like that. And what really struck me is that I feel like the reason many people don't like this match is because Bray was setting something up here. Obviously this was his first match back since returning from a long absence. And I really think he was setting something up here. And unfortunately, we just never got to see the fruition of that. And so it's lacking context and everything. But just to see what he was doing, I wish we could have got to see more of it, because I think it was so cool to see what he was setting up here with the way when the lights went out and he had all that face paint on that you couldn't see until the block light was on. That was so cool. And he had the V in the eye for a 6 on the side of his head, obviously hinting at the Wyatt Sicks before we even knew what that was. And, and then after the match, seeing this mask and this whole different character, it seems like, that he was going to portray, that we unfortunately never got to see. Like, I don't know. I thought it was really cool to look back on it this way and see it for what kind of how I think that Bray was seeing it. Like, this was setting up. So this wasn't just a one-off thing. He was setting up whatever future storyline he wanted to tell here. And I just think it's really cool to see it. And even the end with Howdy jumping off and the flames and everything, and the Funhouse characters, like, man, I just wish we could have seen what was going to be next after this. It would have been really cool to see.
Yeah. And honestly, and I had someone say this to me maybe about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, that we were talking about this match. And then we started talking about LA Knight, and they said, do you feel like some of LA Knight's push was halted because they had to change things up because of Bray's health? And I don't know, but man, maybe, but again, those are things that you can't help, that you can't control. Yeah. But it just makes you wonder, like, what was next, man? And I just feel sad, that he's not here. Obviously, the man, and obviously as fans, I know fans feel sad that they don't get to see more of his work. Yeah. Obviously, the continuation of what this plan was.
Yeah, and I get the criticisms, that it was gimmicky, and it felt too, sponsorship with the whole Mountain Dew Pitch Black sponsor on it and everything. But I really thought about it and looked at it as it fit Bray, though. I mean, think back to some of Bray's matches. He had some wild and crazy matches throughout his career, things that no one else ever did. And to me, I like that this was in there because it felt very Bray. I mean, I thought some of the spots were really cool when they went through the table and all the little like glow in the dark confetti exploded. Or I thought that was pretty cool. It was a cool effect that you don't ever never get to see in anything else. But
yeah,
Bray always came up with these unique ideas like this, and he could take anything and make it cool, even if it may not have been with someone else.
Yeah, and to your point, I think sometimes with matches, they're going to the ones that we've never seen before. When you're trying to create something new and unique, it may feel gimmicky. It may feel weird. It may feel whatever you want to throw out there. That may be the case, and that's fine. But I think time tells the tale with it on how it will be received. And this is one of those matches that I think, especially as WWE begins the process of putting him into the Hall of Fame, I feel like this is a match that will be revisited and maybe looked upon more fondly. Because remember, some of those same criticisms happened with the Firefly Funhouse match. And it took a little bit of time for people to be like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it, because I kind of felt that way revisiting it 3 years later and seeing, just more of what his vision was for it. I'm like, okay, I get it now. And yeah, he really was setting up this whole new storyline that just never got to pan out.
Right. And, you look at the markings under the neon a different way. You look at how the ring, how the ring lights are in a different way. You look at the mask in a different way. So with the benefit of time, you're able to go back and see this match in a much different light.
And also couple that with the Bray documentary now and seeing the new Fiend costume that he had designed and hadn't got to use it and anything. It's like, yeah, there was so much more to come from this.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot more to come. And, like you said, unfortunately, we just didn't get an opportunity to see it all play out the way he wanted it to.
But yeah, if you haven't watched that match in a while, it's on WWE's YouTube channel. You can watch it for free on there. I highly recommend going back and taking a look and just seeing if your opinions changed on it. If you maybe didn't like it originally, take a look at it again now and see what you think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even if you were critical of it and didn't like it, see how it's aged with you. See, see what you think now. And if it's still the same, then it's still the same. So, all right. So we're going to get into some theories and discussion. And Chris, we got a promo from Bo on Friday.
Oh yeah, we got a great promo from Bo.
Great one, and I wanted to share it. So, I just want to play the audio of it real quick, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. How's that?
Yep, sounds good.
All right, here we go.
What is the meaning of family, Solo? That is an answer you've been searching for since you were exiled from your true bloodline. You claim the Wyatt Sicks are not a family. But you haven't taken the time to comprehend the force that you are up against. You mock what you do not understand. Our family is not made up of just us. Our family is filled with millions of fireflies around the world that will always remember. Solo, It's time for us to chop down your family tree at the root. Because when the dust settles, we will be the ones.
Good stuff.
I love how he slid that in there at the end because Solo's been stealing lines from Bray, and so I like that he slipped in "We the Ones," from his brothers.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Man, I think I saw a comment that was talking about the mental games,
Mm-hmm.
and this being kind of what fans want to see from the Wyatt Sicks. And this was a person that said, admittedly, they weren't really a fan of the Wyatt Sicks, but they really liked this. So I want you to break down the promo a little bit, Chris, and tell me, and same thing with everyone in the chat. Tell us what you thought about the promo and what parts of it stood out to you the most.
The biggest thing I absolutely loved was him mentioning that, our family is not just, these guys you see here. Like, our family is millions of Fireflies that will always remember. Like, man, that part just gave me chills.
Yeah, that part, man, that was, again, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I don't think so. The more and more they let Bo do this, it seems like he's channeling Bray.
Oh, for sure.
Like
he's getting so good at this, and
it's just he puts you. It's different. Like, it's one of those things where it feels familiar, but it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think is so cool about it,
mm-hmm.
is that you get the feeling of Bray. Like, you do get that feel, but it's different.
Yeah. I've been thinking the exact same thing about the Righteous on TNA right now. They're giving me such Bray vibes with what they're doing too. It's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you can definitely tell there are those who try to imitate, and there are those who appreciate it and don't try to duplicate it. They model what they do after after what's inspired them. And you can definitely tell that Bo is really tapping into that. And like you said, the same with the Righteous on TNA. They're really tapping into that, and you can tell. And I would even throw in, especially seeing him after his exit from WWE, I would throw in Eric Young in that mix as well, because his delivery and what he does is a little bbit different now than what it was traditionally.
It's like when you have a band that takes has a band that inspired them, and they take some little inspirations or throw something in there as a nod to a band that really inspired them or something. It almost feels like that here, where they're taking this work that inspired them and kind of throwing in some little hints at it to pay their respects to them.
Right. The Amazing Guy saying, I really thought he was going to allude to Alexa there, so I stood up for that. Did anyone else think that they might have been talking about Alexa when he first said that there's more to their family than just them? So my interpretation of that Amazing Guy was he was talking about the Fireflies.
I think it's possible. I mean, obviously, we don't know yet where they're going with that. Right. We think that eventually they probably will incorporate Alexa into this. I mean, she's talked that she would love to do that. So, we think that'll probably happen at some point. So maybe it's one of those things where maybe he knows more than we do, and we'll look back on this and oh, he was hinting that back then. We just didn't realize it yet. I mean, how many times did we see that with Bray? How many times
Right.
it's something that we had no idea, and then looking back later, like, oh, he was teasing that there.
Right. He was dropping an Easter egg, and we didn't even realize it.
Yeah, this very well could be that. We won't know probably for a while, but it could be.
Yeah, and when I say I think he was referring to the Fireflies, that's the way I interpret it. I'm not saying that he wasn't referring to Alexa at all. I think it can be. I think a statement can have multiple meanings, and that's what.
Yeah, and I think by that he was just insinuating that they're not alone in this. Like they, the Fireflies are always going to be there with them to back them up. Who else does Solo have? He mentioned the rest of the bloodline. The rest of the bloodline abandoned him.
Right.
All he's got are these MFTs, and now, interesting thing. Did you catch this, Jeff? When Tama Tonga backstage with an interaction with Shinsuke, that seemed really weird. And then Solo came up, is like, what's going on? Like, is Tama Tonga going to turn on him? I kind of got some vibes like that.
Yeah, and you said he has the MFTs, and I was going to ask the question, or does he?
Yeah, maybe not. For how long?
For how long? That's the question. So Nikki posted this. We do this for you, and I thought this was cool to share, especially on the heels of that promo where he talks about having all the Fireflies.
Yeah, and apparently I saw that they've done a few house shows recently, and that's where these are from.
Yeah.
They actually wrestled the MFTs at these house shows. So, yeah, I thought that was really cool, especially that shot there of all the Fireflies. That's just backing up what he said. I mean, Solo doesn't see them as a family because he just sees them as this random grouping of people. But what they have is Bray behind all of this. And just like Nikki's saying here, this is all for Bray. Right. They're because of that makes them a family. They are bonded together because of Bray and because of all the Fireflies behind them. Like that in and of itself makes them a family. Family doesn't have to be blood.
Right.
Like Solo seems to think it is. Those are, he has his family with him that are blood, but family can be more than just blood.
Right. And the older you get, the more you realize that statement is true.
Oh, yes.
That family isn't always blood, and blood isn't always family. And if you pick up what I'm putting down,
100%.
So just gonna put that out there. But I thought that was great to share. Ishii brought up the fact that we are getting this 8-man tag match.
Yeah.
What do you think about this, Chris? And I mean, are we going to get a clean finish here? Can we get a clean finish here? Or
I wouldn't put money on it. Let me just say it that way. I would not put money on it being a clean finish. I mean, maybe it will be, but yeah, it feels like there's too much going on for it to be a clean finish. Because obviously we're going to have Nikki outside the ring. Could interfere in this, and probably Solo outside the ring for them that could interfere in this. So yeah, it doesn't feel like it's going to be a clean finish, and I think it's just going to. I mean, this feud is just keeps intensifying. Like,
right,
and I love where they're going with it. I love that they're going so deep into this with the whole family thing and stuff. And yeah, it really feels like after these promos and everything that we're going to see one of these two families destroyed by the end of this feud.
Yes. Yes, it certainly feels that way. I wanted to go over this too, and I have one other question after this, because this is a really good post by the Abomination. I know you sent this over, so if you don't mind setting this up.
Yeah, this is just this is the words written out from that promo, but it's just cool to see and everything, and just see what he's really getting at here to Solo and the message that he's sending. And I don't have a lot of confidence that Solo is going to receive the message. He hasn't yet, so I don't think he's going to off of this either.
Right? Yeah, I don't think. I get the sense, I get the impression that Solo is just hard-headed, and that he has to learn lessons the hard way. He's one
And
of
we kind
those.
of saw that in the bloodline too. He's the younger brother.
Right.
He didn't want to listen to the Usos or anything. He's hard headed and stubborn, and
Yeah, he knows it all. So,
Mhm.
so
So what? I wonder if by the end of this, he could be standing alone. If all of his family decide to leave him.
right, right, and at that point, he's going to have to do some self-reflection and ask himself a very tough question: Am I the problem? Am I the reason why?
Yeah.
So I saw another interesting post, and they were talking about how this feud has been booked so far, and I really want everyone's opinion on this because I didn't agree with the response, but I didn't disagree. So someone under a video that I took a look at said, I feel like the booking so far has been too half and half, too 50-50. I feel like no one has really suffered any losses to date.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a response that said, I think you can't give anyone any losses right now because neither can afford to take a loss.
Mm-hmm.
So that leads me to a question. Who has the upper hand at this point? And who do you think needs the win more? Which group needs it more?
I can definitely see that point, and like you said, I don't know if I can't really disagree with that.
Right.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because to me, it feels like this is going to be a long feud, and so they're drawing it out, and I don't think that that's a bad idea. I mean, I think the story to this feud has been fantastic. I mean, this is what I've been wanting from the Wyatt Sicks, was a really meaningful story. I feel like, the feud with Chad Gable's group, just, I don't know, it felt very surface level. They were coming after them because the way he turned on them and stuff. And it just, I don't know, it just kind of lacked substance. And then the feud with Karrion Kross's group just never really got off the ground before it fell apart with their releases. So I've been wanting them to have a good, deep story that it was meaningful and stuff, and we're getting that now. So I love that, and I'm totally fine if they want to continue that for a while. As far as who needs the win, I don't know. I kind of feel like the Wyatt Sicks do, just because they've had this pretty rocky last year or so since they debuted, year and a half. And I feel like they could really use a nice strong win. I mean, they got that a little bit with the tag belts, obviously. But that's, that they haven't really done much with that recently. And then they suffered that loss in AAA to the Psycho Clowns recently. So I would say I feel like Wyatt Sicks deserve a win here more, and especially with the things that Solo's been saying about Bray. He definitely deserves to get punished for that, even though that probably won't happen here. But like somebody said in the chat, I would love to see a match between Howdy and Solo. I definitely think that needs to happen so that he can beat some respect into him for Bray.
Yeah. I think it's interesting because it depends on where they want to go story-wise.
Mm-hmm.
If the eventual story is to isolate Solo, then obviously the Wyatt Sicks are going to win. So what do you do with the story would be my question, and where are you trying to go with it?
Mm-hmm.
Clown brings up a good point too. MFTs need the win. It will be interesting to see how the Sicks responds to adversity in WWE. And I think that's a fair point, because that made me think of another comment I saw under that same video where people said, well, I feel like the Wyatt Sicks need to lose the title.
Mm-hmm.
That creates adversity for them, but it also puts their backs against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
We've already seen how violent they can be, going back to the feud with Chad Gable and his crew.
Mm-hmm.
So what does them losing the titles now do to their psyche in this feud with the MFTs?
I actually wouldn't mind if they went that route, simply because then I feel like it would be a good position for the Wyatt Sicks to play it off as, we don't really care that much about the titles. They were just trinkets to us anyway. What really matters is Bray, and they could, even if they lost the belts to the MFTs, they could come back after them and get the ultimate victory in getting revenge on Bray and not even worrying about the titles anymore. Those become insignificant if they go. I feel like if they go that route,
Right. Because I think if you do it the way that you're talking, about right now, if you went that direction, if at the end of this feud, let's say Tama Tonga and Tongaloa have the tag titles, but let's say the entire group is disbanded and Solo is by himself, who would you say really won the feud at that point? I think that's kind of the question. Like, you might have won the battle.
I feel like that would be a good way to do it. That would help MFTs get them, some momentum, or get a win in this battle by taking the tag belts. But then, you could have the Wyatts ultimately win this feud, I feel like, without them even winning the tag belts back, and leave them on them to go fight other tag teams, or and have the Wyatts move on to something else and not be worried about the tag belts. I like that direction if that's where they went with it. And I feel like that could work and would be a good way to go about this, because I can't imagine they're going to have the title belts that much longer. They've had them for a while now. It's been a decent run. So I feel like that would be a good way to get them off of them, but not make them look weak either, because they would ultimately win out the feud for what really matters anyway.
Right. And I think, this might not be a popular opinion, but I think that if you are a fan of the Wyatt Sicks, you want to see them have the good times and kind of riding high and running through all the groups and factions that they go up against. But there should be, or there may be, a part of you that also says, I wonder what happens, or I wonder what buttons someone could push for them to really just go there and just go off the wall. What would it take for them to do that? And
who knows, maybe, those kind of instances is what becomes the catalyst for potentially bringing the Fiend back, or bringing Alexa into the group, or something like that.
Right.
I mean, maybe it takes something like that to spark that.
Right. So I think, not all losses are the end of the world.
It's one of those things like, well, we may have lost the battle, but we won the war.
Exactly. And that's more important. So for sure. Man, I gotta go back and find that video. I was gonna try and do that and put it in the chat, so I could shout out the creator that did it. But it was some really interesting conversation over there, and there's someone that I never really saw. Like, obviously you see wrestling's videos all the time, and but it was someone that I had never seen do Wyatt Sicks content. So it was, it was kind of cool. And even admittedly in the video, they said, I'm not like a diehard Wyatt Sicks fan. I just thought it was an interesting promo, and this is what it sounded like. This is what I thought. Just want to get your reactions to it. And people were, really passionate about it. And that's the other thing that I took away from it, is that if people didn't give a crap about the Wyatt Sicks and this storyline, they wouldn't have commented on it. They wouldn't have taken their time to do that. They would have just said, you know what, whatever, another video about this group I don't give a crap about, so whatever. That's not
and that's, I feel like, been a really good thing that came about out of this feud too. I've seen tons of comments online from people that didn't really care that much about the Wyatt Sicks, but are now into it because of the storyline.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we've got another member of the family joining us.
Tazzy,
Tazzy is in the house. What's up, Tazzy?
What up, people? What's going on?
get that hat out of here.
Oh, I forgot about that. we'll talk about that because we got. We'll talk about that in a minute because we got to go through the schedule anyway.
That's
we'll
right.
go through that actually will be a perfect time for Chris to show up on Friday.
I might have to.
just for that. Just for that. Oh my God, this thing is going on. Hold on.
Little trash talk. Yeah, trash talk.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be lots of fun. I'm looking forward to it, but man, oh my God, the promo on Friday.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you your thoughts on that. We broke it down, but want to get your thoughts and reaction to it, man. What did you think?
It's very interesting first of all, it's interesting that he came out as Bo Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when I had to rewind it because I was like, am I watching the right thing? Like, looking at like, oh crap, it's Bo. So he came out as Bo. It's like, okay, this must be really serious for him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I am very intrigued of what everything meant on the his promo. Like you guys already went through it and everything, so I don't need to iterate with everything. But I'm very excited to see what they do with this because this feud been going on for a minute. You talk about long-term storytelling? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens with this. But I seeing how long this went, I dread that this might be the end of the title reign because the way they're doing this storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it'll be over after that. By any means, I think they're going to get it back, and it's going to be one of those matches that they're, this would be a perfect time for the Hell in a Cell match to come pop up.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy thing. I know you guys talked about what the vote popped up on YouTube. I think about a couple of weeks ago, they had the six pack Hell in a Cell match. This is like a long time ago. I think it was Armageddon like in the 2000s somewhere, like in 2000. I think it was 2000 actually. They had that match, and I'm like, dude, if they could do like a tornado tag in a Hell in a Cell match for all help just break.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
I'm intrigued. I'm down with that, and I have a feeling that's what they're leading towards. Because why not? Well, we got what 2 months before WrestleMania. You can prolong this. You can prolong this to for 2 months.
3 to 4. It's in April.
Dang, I keep forgetting about that. They keep on changing the month.
You can still prolong it till then, though.
Yeah. And what's fitting about this? Fitting about that is that the Raiders play there, and we all know who's a big fan of the Raiders. So that'll be suitable and perfect for that. So I don't know. I think that'd be perfect Hell in a Cell match for that for WrestleMania. Like, why not? You there? You want to make WrestleMania big, and you're there you're there 2 times in 1 year. I mean, 2002 years. You know what I meant. You kind of got to do something different. You can't have the same matches you had last year.
Yeah,
you can't. There should be no rematches from last year because you can't. There's no way. If you do, WD, I will bash you on air. I will bash you on air.
I keep hearing rumors about another Cody versus Roman match. I'm like, come on, we've done that before.
I will bash you on air. If you guys know me for the last 2 or 3 months, I am not scared of bashing WWE right now because there's another one that's doing. There's another promotion. Their rivals that's doing pretty well right now. So
yeah, they are,
and they're doing very well. Make sure you guys go check out Conrad tomorrow. Yeah, man. So yeah, I'm very intrigued. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really an interesting time with this feud. And I mean, we keep talking about what the end goal is. And I want to ask both of you that before we get to your schedule and what's coming up for you, Tazzy. So I want to start with Chris, and then I'll go to Tazzy. But what do you think, man?
I feel like this 4-way match we're getting on SmackDown is probably going to be another no contest, and maybe then that spurs some kind of a no DQ match or something. We know that's going to happen eventually, so maybe it goes to that then, or it could go the route of splitting it up some, having some more individual matches or something like that. But yeah, I definitely am leaning towards the one this week is going to end in another no contest.
And do you think they drag this out to Mania? Do you think it has enough legs?
I could definitely see them having some kind of a ultimate match, Hell in a Cell, some kind of big match like that between them at Mania, or if not, or even the tag team title match. If they hadn't done that yet, they could definitely do that. I think the pace they're going, they could definitely drag it out to Mania if they wanted to, and keep it interesting with good promos like this and stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. Tazzy, same questions to you, my friend.
You guys ready for the word of the day? Because you're definitely going to hear it later on too. Shenanigans. Exactly. God, I missed that voice. Yeah, man. I think it's shenanigans. I don't think there's going to be a finish, because how in the world can you finish a war with a normal match?
Yeah,
right.
There's no chance. And plus, seeing that there's two events coming up. Saturday Night Main Event. I don't think they'll do an event with the Wyatt Sicks on Saturday Night Main Event, because I don't think they would do that. I think going to, and everybody know how the Saudi crowd loves Bray. This will be perfect for the Royal Rumble. just out. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, that actually makes a lot of sense why they showed the Pitch Black match, because that was at the Royal Rumble. So
we talked about that Pitch Black match earlier.
Yeah, so I can definitely see them putting that match at the Royal Rumble.
Bray also had that strap match with Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble years ago too.
Hey, your sister's the theme here.
Yep.
And that's this camera.
Might be a theme. What if what people think is the end is actually the start? What if at the Royal Rumble we get Solo and Howdy? What if we start there?
Yeah.
Is that like, are people dead set against that?
I think that'd be awesome. I've seen a lot of people clamoring to see Howdy in a match, especially a solo match. So I think that'd be awesome. And then maybe, if they're going to go that route, then you could culminate at WrestleMania with your Hell in a Cell match or whatever it's going to be, the ultimate final war between them.
Right. And for the love of God, MFTs, add a woman to the group. So
yeah, and that would actually be another great way to extend this too. Bring in a female and then let her fight Alexa or fight Nikki. Yeah, and then maybe down the road they bring in Alexa. You never know. There's definitely some potential there.
For sure.
No, we shot that happened on Friday.
Hey. Hey. All right, Tazzy. Well, what do you have coming up, my friend? And how can everyone support you? How can everyone find you on the socials and all that good stuff?
Well, here's the crazy part. You guys remember the back in the day what I used to do for during the streams, because it was too much information? I got notes. I got notes. Notes is back. I got notes. So I got to try to play. So before I get to the night, I'll let you know what's going on for the rest of the week. And then I'll circle back to the rest of the night. So Thursday's gonna be weird. Thursday's gonna be very weird. Obviously, I'm not gonna be on TNA this Thursday, but of course I'll be back next week because it's live. Come on. So instead of that, make sure if you have two screens like James always do, make sure you guys come and support the channel for the Thursday semifinals college football game. It's Miami and Ole Miss. If you would have told me that Ole Miss will be after their coach change still be here, I would laugh straight in your face.
Yeah.
Guess what? You're laughing in my face now because
or that Miami would beat Ohio State.
I can see that. Don't get me started with the buys. Don't get me started.
Yeah, only one team survived their bye.
I'm just saying. Well, Alabama ain't that good. Anyway,
you said it. The Clemson fan didn't.
They're not that good. And I have a SET team. Go Mizzou. Yeah, I said it. Let's see. Yeah, and guys, I have made probably the best intro song that I have made, and I'm premiering it on the start of the on the stream, which will start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's probably the best one I ever made. I even had Jeff to listen to it yet, so you know it's pretty good. And obviously I'm gonna have Jeff. I'm gonna send it to Jeff after this. So, so make sure you guys do that. Okay, Friday, Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Oregon versus Indiana, and I'm just telling you right now, if somehow Oregon gets past Indiana, you might as well give us the crown because we ain't stopping. We are not stopping. We're not going. It's not happening. It's not happening because that Duck team is way too talented. But I'm not saying we got the best coach under this team. During these two teams. But if he screws up, just saying, just throw it out there. Just saying. So make sure you guys.
Oregon's going to be playing him that lullaby.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't help that. If you would have told me Indiana would have been here by right now at the start of the year, I thought I would be laughing in your faces still. I'm like, there's no chance. There's no way. Indiana's only for basketball. Anyway.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Monday's huge. The fact that we're starting very earlier. Monday Night Raw, we're starting at 1:30 Eastern time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. You heard me right, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Let me talk to
you. Yeah.
We're in Germany.
Yeah, so make sure you join us there. At 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to say this because it's kind of happening the following week. In the following week's the National Championship. We're doing 2 streams. We're going. Obviously, we can do Raw, and we also do the National Championship because the Raw stream will be earlier. So yeah, we got that. I do want to shout out everybody because last week I did the college football playoffs, and it was successful streams. Big shout out to people that came into that long one. So I did all three games in one stream last week, and if it went overtime, I probably would got cut off by YouTube because I guess a 12-hour cap. Big shout out to everybody because that stream went from 11 hours to 55 minutes.
Wow.
And I was there the whole time. Shout out to all you guys.
I got to ask you a question, Taz.
Yep.
How many bathroom breaks?
Oh, it was a few. I kind of timed it for the halftime shows because it was 3 halftime shows.
The fact that you timed your bathroom breaks shows that you're a pro, man.
That's impressive.
Shout out to you.
And I want to explain that too. I don't know. You guys notice I've been doing the stream by myself. There's a reason for that. The channel. I'm gonna be honest with you. The channel has been doing terrible the last 2 months. It's because I feel like I need to steer the ship back. So I steered the ship back, and we're back on track. So you're going to see people in the streets, i.e., Baby Friday, but it's going to be more that makes sense. If that makes sense, it's going to be more people that make sense on the channel. I'm not saying the other people was. And big shout outs to Shane. And Shane is still not doing well. Make sure you guys say a prayer for him because he's not doing good. Let's just put it like that. So make sure you guys keep prayers for him. I think I'm done with everything.
What about tonight?
Oh shoot! Speaking of that, so
See?
that's why Jeff. That's why I have people here. That's why I got family. So I'm working on trying to figure out what I'm gonna do when for the channel when I'm not available. My best thing is I'm gonna try to find somebody to do the NXT streams, and that's it. So we'll have at least the NXT streams, so the channel can keep on going. Other than that, the Raw stream we're going to cut off until back to when we get back to WrestleMania when I come back, and then because the NXT is big for. This is why see how I'm circling back. The NXT is huge on the channel. That's how we started our watch-alongs with NXT. Because some people don't know how to do NXT right. Like I know some people, some other streams don't know. Anyway. Oh, you think I'm off hinge now? Wait until we get to the stream tonight, which is funny.
Unfiltered,
which is funny because that's where he started. Anyway, tonight 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:45 Pacific for you people on the West Coast. And I'm so glad we don't have no more tornado warnings. Where do you ever see California with tornado warnings? Anyway, huge main event: Obafemi versus Leon Slater. Now, let me tell you the way this is setting up, because if you haven't noticed on the main roster, they are setting up for Obafemi to go on the main roster, and for them to do that, and the way they're pushing Leon Slater. And I'm saying now, and the way they put Javon Evans on the main roster, I think we're chasing the guard of NXT, and their face of the franchise is going to be Leon Slater there pretty soon. Just put out there, just say, if you were like, well, what about TNA? Come on. What you see the last 3 months? Where Leon Slater for the last 3 months? Come on.
See, I think this is going to inspire him to become champ. He's going to cash in that X Division title, use option C, and that's where I think it's ending up. I think he'll be a double champ.
Yeah, and that's the way to end out. That's when he end out. If what I'm thinking in my top of the head, don't want him to lead TNA because I think he'll be a better. No, I can't say that.
I know where you were going. Don't say that because TNA folks will come after you.
I can't say that. I'm about to do it now. I think he'll be a better champion NXT because there's nobody that's better than him there. Probably a Ricky Starks, a Ricky Sicks, which probably be a great match right now on paper. So think about that because there's nobody else. But there's people in the wings that might get up to there. But Leon Slater is probably the best fit to actually, have be the NXT champion, and don't be shocked after whenever he loses that title, it's part of me a while because there's no chance he'll lose it. You see how long you've been the X Division champion? I wouldn't be shocked if you see on the screen on WWE. We have signed Leon Slater, and he'll go up on the main roster with Javon Evans. I'm just saying. Throw it out there. But anyway, the women are taking over tonight. Other than that, that's the only main event that's for the men. Otherwise, you got the NXT Championship. Kendall Gray, if you know who Kendall Gray is, kudos to you because versus JC Jane. The North American Championship, Women's North American Championship, DI Hell versus Blake Monroe, and I love the way they're slowly pushing Blake Monroe to go up. They didn't really push her like they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna just make you the NXT Women's Champion. Boom. No, let her earn that. Let her earn it just the way she earned it in AEW. I say AEW, yeah. What you gonna do? And then obviously we got that big match with Tina Paxley versus MC Dane, and I'm bashing about to bash WWE for that. I still don't know why you're not making that a stipulation match because that's going to be a brawl. And so you remember I told you about shenanigans?
Yeah.
I don't see nobody coming out with a chainsaw again. But,
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild.
I was like, is that a real chainsaw? I'm looking like it's a real chainsaw. Like, Shawn Michaels, you're crazy. You lost your mind, man. Like, oh man. But yeah, I'm very excited. Basically for the week, just the week in general. I wish I would be able to get be on NXT, TNA on Thursday, but I would be back. It's only 1 week.
We understand.
We you think I'm gonna miss TNA twice? 2 weeks in a row. The only way I'll do that if I'm working. That's the only way. I am not missing TNA NXT. So that should be yeah. I think that's it.
All right. All right. Well, Tazzy, thank you, man. We appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And y'all go subscribe to Tazzy's channel. Go check out the stream tonight and all the streams he has coming up, and even the early one on Monday. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this. I'm gonna try to hop in there on Monday.
Should be a fun stream. It's,
yeah.
I love when the streams are earlier because it's like, hey, I can do more stuff later.
Right. Let me see. I will let you know, Tazzy, if I have anything, and if it's okay, I might actually join you.
Yep. I will set up the invite starting Thursday. I really haven't been doing it lately because, well, I had to steer the ship back.
I got you. No, I got you.
Versus AJ Styles in Germany on that one.
Yeah, that should be very interesting. So,
AKA Germany.
Yeah,
Gunther.
That's right. But thank you, Tazzy and Chris. As we always do, man, want to turn it over to you so you can close us out and give us some final thoughts before we head out on this one.
Yeah, so tons of exciting stuff going on. Got a big match in Germany this Friday on SmackDown, so hopefully we should have a lot to talk about next week.
Absolutely. We definitely will, and we will be looking forward to joining you all again next week. Like I said earlier, we are back for TNA on Thursday, 7:45 p.m. Eastern. Please come join me for that. That should be a lot of fun. And we're getting really, really close to that AMC debut. So definitely want to be a part of that. That's coming up in a week. So got to see how they close out the Access era and head into the AMC era. So I haven't said this the entirety of the episode, but if you don't mind, please drop a like on the video. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. We are so glad that you're here. Please hit that subscribe button, join the family. And my challenge to all of you is spread the word. Bring a friend with you next episode, and tell more people about it. Spread the word. But again, thank you, Tazzy, for joining us. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone in chat. We greatly appreciate your feedback and your opinions and thoughts throughout the episode. And we're out of here. We'll be back on Thursday, 7:45 p.m. Eastern. But like we said, go join Tazzy. Enjoy the wrestling the rest of the week, and we will talk to you soon, folks. Take care.
I am the color red in a world full of black and white.
Brace for the change, brace for the rage, brace for the wave. I've been going through it. Y'all know the pain, driving insane, deep in your veins. Y'all know how I prove it. Step through the lanes, gripping the grain. Miles an hour, yeah, miles of fluid. Mask on, asking, why should I do it? Because no one is moving. I came from the swamp, the mud. Algorithm told me I was the plug. Fear for the fiend, you know what I mean. I've been through all of the lesson and hugs, and that is because I bet in all hope will enter here. So listen clear, I made your dreams. Fireflies don't disappear.